All right, hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a new plugin that we're going to be using for improving already published articles. Okay, and why do we want to use this? So let's give a little story of why we want to use this first, and then I'll go into showing you how to use it. So first of all, when articles are published live, they're already in the search engine. We'll make it simple with the terminology, also called SERPs, right? So once they're in there, readers can find them, right? Searchers can search and find those articles and click on them and start reading them, right? But if we change the status of that article to say draft, to make some edits and improve the article and then republish it, the time that we put it in the draft mode to published again, the article is offline. Why is that a bad thing? Or why is that a good thing? It's not good, and here's why it's bad. Because we're selling products, right, on this article. If we're selling products and a reader clicks on it, they're not going to find the article, right? It's going to say page not found, 404 error, try again, and guess what? They're going to go back to somebody else's article, read their article, and probably buy their products instead. So we don't want to lose money for the company. So we want to make sure that that article stays live and we don't miss one single customer and one opportunity to make a sale. Okay. Now, even if you're not making a sale and you don't have anything to sell, you're still taking your article offline and you're giving a bad user experience for those readers, right? You don't want that. Maybe they're looking for articles to bookmark immediately right now, and yours is offline. So guess what? You didn't get bookmarked. You're not going to get saved. Maybe they're even looking for an article because they're publishing a link. They're publishing an article and they need a backlink to another referral article, right? And yours is offline. So guess what? You just missed an opportunity for a backlink to somebody else's article. So we don't want that. And here's how we're going to prevent that. We're going to use a new plugin, and that new plugin is going to have it's going to be called here revisions. And I got it here. You can see it here on the left-hand side of the WordPress settings toolbar. And we'll talk about how to use that plugin now. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the article, and I'm going to just start with this demonstration article called Neuron AI SEO Optimization. And underneath that, you'll see a bunch of menus under there. Okay, we don't want to click on the article. We don't want to click on edit to start editing that because that is the live article. What we want to do is we want to make a copy of that published article, work on the copy, get that copy approved, and then overwrite the published version. And that's going to prevent zero downtime of that published article. So let's do that. So we're going to go through here. We're going to come down and look for create working copy. Okay. And then we're going to click on that, and that is going to create the copy, and it should open it up for you in WordPress editor to start editing. So there it is. Now you can see I can start working on this article and send it to my manager for approval. Excuse me. And here's the things that I need to pay attention to right now. I'm going to go through and I'm going to save a draft. Okay. I recommend just doing that right from the start. In case your computer crashes, you got to come back to it. Maybe you made one edit. I don't know. If you want to wait till after you make one edit, that's fine too, because if it crashes before, it's not going to affect anything, right? So after your first edit, or right away, just out of habit, go ahead and say save draft. And that's going to save it into the revisions queue for that working copy. And you can see the status here is status working copy. Now I also see a submit button over here, which is new for me, and an approve button, and up here, view saved revisions button and the save drafts. I don't see that normal published or save draft from WordPress. It's normally blue. In this case, based on my theme, these are purple buttons. Okay, so I've saved my first draft. I've made my edits. Now let's pretend I went through and I did all my edits. I'm finished, completely done. And now I want to send it to my manager for approval. So at this point, I'm going to click submit. Okay. You may not see the approval if you don't have approval permissions. I do, so you're seeing it on my screen, but I don't think you're going to see that on your screen. I have not seen your side of it yet. I didn't log in with other permissions yet to see, but I have a feeling you're not going to see that unless you have the permissions. So if you do have the permissions, don't select the approve one yet, because then it will approve it for live publishing and publish that article. So you only want to submit the changes, save your draft as you're working, changes being submitted to your manager. Now let's say I never got to that point to submit. I had to exit the article. I had to go on a break and come back and work on it again. Let me show you how to find that article. It's actually going to go to the same place as when I just hit submit here. It's actually going to go to the same place. So I wanted to wait to show you that until I hit that submit button. So come back down here to that article of Neuron Writer, right? Now, again, I don't want to click on this version. This is the published working copy, right? I'm not the working copy, I'm sorry, the published copy of the article, the live version. I don't see anything down here in this menu where I can access that working copy that I made the first time, that I just finished with, right? Or before my break. So how do I find that copy again so I can continue working on it? Well, you're going to go over here to the revisions plugin, again, on the admin section of WordPress. And you're going to click on revision queue or revision archive. Okay, the archive is going to show you a history of all the revisions that were made. So in my case, for the Neuron Writer article, I can see that it was a post revised by me, okay, 2 minutes ago, and it was a direct edit method. So if I want to look at that, I can compare it to the original versus the edits. I can preview it, or I can click on the title here, and that'll also open the queue here for me to actually look at. And again, this is just it's basically the same WordPress revision queue that it's opening here for you to see. And in the colored versions, you can see if anything was removed or added, and you can see here those different things that were added. Okay, I don't need to work in this copy, so where I need to go now to actually edit is go into that revision queue. Again, that archive is just the history. So from here now, if I click on the name of the title or the edit, I will be able to go back into the WordPress editor and continue working on the article. So now I'm coming back from my break. I'm go through. I can finish all the rest of my edits and send it for the manager approval. So let's just say I got to that point. Again, based on permissions, now I have, again, approval change here. It thinks I'm the manager opening it now to approve, but let's just put my, let's do another persona and say I'm going back to the editor and I'm the editor opening it. I'm going to see a submit button again based on my permissions. And instead of save as pending, it's going to say save draft. And you still see the view saved revisions here button as well. So I go through, make all my edits, and I can save the draft, and then I can submit it, and that will then send it to your manager for approval and a notification if they have them set up to be able to see. But you can always send a communication to them another way too if they have a different way of communicating with you. So that's it really. Once I'm finished with this, I'm going to go back to the view post up in the top left-hand corner, and I can come back down here to Neuron Writer article, and again I can see has revisions. But again, this is the published copy. Once everything's been published and approved, you won't see this has revisions anymore. It will then be published, and that copy will go away from the revision queue. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like this plugin, let me know. If you don't, and you have any better suggestions for me, I'd love to hear your feedback from those. Yeah, if you need, if you want to chat about it, drop a comment in the messages below. And have a great day.